And good afternoon once again, everybody. We are here in Suresh's kitchen again. Today we are planning to make chicken pilaf. Suresh is going to cook and I'm going to supervise him because it's his first time, so he wants to do hands-on.
Yeah, it's better to be hands-on, so you get to get the feel of what exactly goes in at what time, at which period. So we thought this would be the best idea. I think it's a great idea.
Correct.
Like Trump would say, it's a great idea. It's a great
So pilaf is a little different from biryani. Biryani, you cook it, the meat in the rice. Pilaf, you cook the meat with the rice. It's a very old recipe, probably born in the Indus Valley, and it's very common in places like in North India as well as in Afghanistan and Iran. So we'll show you how it's done, and then like what Suresh always says, we are always welcoming positive criticisms, but negative ones
Keep it yourself.
you can PM us. Okay. Right, so hang in there. So the ingredients for pilaf is pretty straightforward. This is chicken, one whole chicken cut in 12 pieces, marinated with half a slice of lemon, yogurt and ginger garlic paste. And then we have coriander, roasted cashews, ginger garlic paste, tomato, onions, turmeric, salt, and then this is cumin, and here we have some, I'll show you later, bay leaf, cinnamon, cardamom and cloves. So here we are again, and
hello.
in a wok we have olive oil on low flame because we can't use high heat with olive oil. So olive oil, and into the olive oil goes the spices.
Okay,
Bay leaves,
we got cinnamon, we got cardamom, we got
cardamom, cloves and
black pepper.
black peppercorns.
Yeah, so a lot goes in.
Yeah, the toasting goes in. We just want to heat it a little bit. We don't want it to really crackle, and then the cumin goes in. We're looking at maybe 1 generous teaspoon of cumin. Okay. And then onion goes in next.
Okay. How many onions are this?
This is 1 big onion. Okay.
So this needs to brown, right?
This needs to brown a little. That's right.
Because when it's caramelized, it adds flavor.
Correct. So let the onion brown. Onions are now browning. So next, looking at the ginger garlic paste, looking at just, no, that's too much. That's just a little bit. Yeah, you go. Okay, that's enough. Looking at 1 tablespoon, just exactly 1 tablespoon. Not heaped. That's right. And then the tomatoes go in.
Shall we set?
Yeah, just a little one. Just a little one. Yeah.
2 minutes, and the tomatoes will go in.
That's right. So into that now goes the tomatoes.
This is how many tomatoes?
2 tomatoes.
2 large tomatoes.
That's right.
Quite a portion.
Yeah, and you can add half a portion of that coriander leaf.
Half a portion.
Okay.
Remember today, Captain is directing. I'm the sous chef. Hands-on sous chef.
Hands-on, it's really hands-on guys. Okay. So there we go.
So do we
let
it to?
Yeah, you let it cook, and this will take probably 4 to 5 minutes. If you want, you can cover it as well. The best to cook in a non-stick pan.
Yep, as we're doing here.
That's right. So we'll just wait for 5 minutes until the tomato soften. And the tomato is now softened. So into that goes coriander. Turmeric.
How much of turmeric?
Turmeric, you can add slightly more, maybe 1 3/4 teaspoon, I'd say.
Okay, I think this is 3/4.
Yeah. Okay.
I think a little bit more. Remember, don't overdo the turmeric because things, turmeric can actually make the dish bitter.
That's right. And then into that goes
Some
chili powder. Chili powder is as required. You want it spicy, you can add as much as you want.
Yeah, we're not going to make the spicy version. So is this enough, Captain?
That is good enough for me.
Okay.
All right. Chili powder goes in, and then into that goes the.
Do we put salt right now or towards the end?
You can add the chicken first, and then you can add the salt. Let the chicken cook first. So into that now goes the chicken. Once again, the chicken is marinated with like 2 tablespoons of yogurt, 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, and half slice of lemon.
Okay,
So
as you can see, the oil is splitting now.
That's right. So we can add the chicken now. There we go. And then we coat the chicken.
Remember, we're doing it on low heat, so you don't have to worry about it burning if you're covering it.
That's right. And this
Non-stick pan.
this non-stick pan is pretty thick. So, and it's non-stick, so no worries about burning it.
So we give it a couple of tosses.
That's right. Let's mix it well nicely. And then
That looks good.
what's going to happen is we are going to cover that. We're going to cover that and let it cook for like I would say just like 10, 12 minutes, 15 minutes perhaps. Just want the chicken to be half cooked because we're going to cook the rice with it as well. And the chicken is going to release the moisture as well.
Remember, meat actually every kg when it releases around 400 grams of moisture
For every kilo, is it?
for every kilo.
Okay, I know it releases, but I don't know how much lah. So anyway,
Yeah.
that's something.
But
new.
that's an estimate.
Okay.
Depends on depending on the size of the meat. But it's actually they say it's going to release about 400 grams. So
Okay. So now what happens is we cover the wok with a lid and let it cook for 15 minutes or less.
So this dish is going to be at 500 temperature
Yep, it's going to be at 500.
throughout the dish.
Yeah, throughout. Then later when the rice cooks, we're going to reduce it to even further
Okay.
to how a rice cooker would probably cook, you know. Okay, so the lid
we're
goes
just-
in,
So
and yeah.
we are using an age-old tradition.
Okay, and we are back again, and here we are. The chicken is half cooked. There's sufficient water there.
Yeah, we didn't add water at all because
That's
this is
all from the chicken. So much water, my goodness.
But that will be good enough for the rice, isn't
That's
it?
right, that's right.
Adds flavor to the rice.
Okay, so to this,
We'll add some salt.
add some salt. Salt as required lah, because we're going to add rice to that. Rice grains.
The rice will absorb the
That's
salt
right.
as well.
So you can add a little bit more if you like.
Okay, that should be sufficient for now.
Alright, and then we just
We
stir
can
it.
always season it towards the end if you.
Correct.
We can add the seasoning, extra seasoning
That's right.
towards the end as long as we don't overwhelm it right now.
You can try taste it, Suresh.
Okay.
Since I'm puasa, I cannot taste, right?
Yep. Correct.
How does it taste?
It's fine. It's not like okay, we could use a little bit more salt,
Okay.
but then I think we should hold on to that towards the end.
Mm.
Is that, Mom? Can you do that in the recipe?
Yeah, I suppose
So this is
so.
the
But I
first
think
time?
I would advise that you add salt. Lah. I would
Okay,
advise
so-
you add salt.
Because this is the first time I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then you just stir that a little bit, and then now in goes the rice grains.
Okay. Now, just because the juices of the chicken are out, we
Yeah.
still need to add
Some water.
some water for the rice.
So the rice goes in. Usually
Okay, the
basmati rice is for one portion of rice you use 1 1/4 of water, and this is already drained and it's
You washed and drained.
washed and drained and it's a little bit soaked a little bit. Add the rice there. You can. That's right.
What about if you modify it? I mean, I think suppose you can actually put chili.
You can,
green
you can,
chilies
you can,
and-
you can. Green chili, yeah, you can definitely add green chili. So into that, you see, as soon as you add the rice, you notice
The moisture is
the
being
moisture
absorbed.
is being absorbed. So into that now goes water. Okay, so I suggest you add this is actually water here, and that's 5 cups of water because we use 5 cups of rice. So you can toss in the water, but
Okay,
I
so-
would say not all, Suresh. Maybe you can add in 4/5 of this
Okay.
water here, and once you add the water, you can reduce the heat.
Now we are already cooking it on low heat.
Yeah,
Then we still have to.
a little bit more perhaps. Okay, that's right.
Okay. That's fine. Just as long you barely cover the chicken,
Correct.
right? It's not totally immersed.
Yeah,
It's not real, otherwise you drown the chicken.
that's right.
What about the coriander? It's towards the end, is it?
Towards the end, that's right.
Okay.
Cashews and the
Cashews and the
coriander towards the end. Now we can just reduce the heat to what I would say would be rice cooker temperature.
Okay. That's the lowest.
There we go, 240. Bring it down to perhaps 120 or maybe 100. Just nice. Yeah. Slow cook that, and then you just have to cover the
Yeah.
wok with the lid, and just let it cook. And
Very simple recipe, yeah?
Very simple recipe, and we'll be back in like maybe the rice will be cooked in like 20 minutes or less. Okay, that's it. So we cover that with the lid, and let's see what the end product is like. Yeah, and we're back, and this is
Almost at the end of it.
almost towards the end. So now,
The moisture is all gone,
yeah,
but it's still wet.
it's
so
still
you-
wet. So this is the time we add the cashew nuts.
Coriander. Okay,
Yeah.
this is dry roasted, huh?
Dry
It
roasted
was
cashew
not
nuts.
bought like this. It's bought raw, and you have to dry roast. Don't buy the salted one.
Yeah. Don't buy the Tong Gardens one lah,
Ah,
because it's already salted. And then you can add the coriander, and then
and then just cover it for a bit. I
just
suppose.
cover it for a bit. This is almost cooked already. Okay, and there we go.
With a toss.
Hot toss there.
Just a mild toss. You don't want to break the chicken.
Yeah. My mother actually does this very well. That's another story which will be narrated another day, and I'll probably have another channel just for specifically for her cooking someday soon. But otherwise, yeah,
This is it for now, but this is baby steps.
this is baby steps. Yeah. So my mother is a genius, like, when it comes to cooking. So anyway,
We reduce the flame.
reduce the flame and do the end product shortly.
Yeah.
Okay, before we sign off. Suresh is very tired, but at least he won't forget how to make a pilaf anymore.
Totally hands-on.
Hands on.
Both hands.
Alright, we'll see you in a bit when we show you the cooked product.
Yeah.
Alright, just
Okay.
hang in there.
Ciao.
So there we are, folks, and Suresh has successfully made his first pilaf, and that's the final product. Chicken pilaf, and Suresh seems to like it. How do you think,
it's
Suresh?
really nice. And
Okay.
you see how evenly cooked.
Okay,
Chicken
chicken is evenly cooked.
Nicely cooked.
The only thing, I think the rice is not very, it's flaky a little bit. But
but
if you use a very good basmati rice, it will be
Long
much
grain,
better.
long grain
yeah.
one. A good quality one. It's worth the investment because we have the end result.
Yeah.
But this is really good.
Okay, taste it. How is it?
Wunderbar.
Okay, wonderful. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
We thoroughly enjoyed it.
This blue shirt is not by coincidence. But I'm always Viva Brazil. Okay. Anyway. Anyway.
I wanted to say something, but it shouldn't be on record.
So selamat berbuka puasa to all my Muslim brothers and sisters, and to those guys who've been following us. Thank you for your support. God bless.
Remember to like.
Yeah. So the next dish will be next episode will be Suresh wants to make this aglio olio simple dish.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how he does
There's
it.
a few things in mind, like rasam, the traditional.
Yeah, few things coming up. So stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching us. All the best. Take care. Signing off.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Take care.